Well, we had a eventful week, man. What's going on, Mr. David?
Running around. What's up? How you?
You went to the party.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I did.
You went to the party.
I definitely did.
Threw a party, yeah. Threw a
I
party.
definitely did.
Yeah.
David came over.
I definitely did. Y'all niggas is crazy.
No, listen.
Nah, I ain't gonna front, real man shit.
Let's talk about it.
I'm glad the brother got his freedom.
Right.
Shouts to
100%.
Max.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fan of his music. He on Survival. He actually on my first album. But yeah, I'm glad I got to go, poly with him.
So it was a lot of talk on the internet about.
They told me I was kicked off of this.
Yeah, they did. They said you was there. They said you was. I didn't mean.
For doing that.
That was crazy.
That's what they told
Yeah,
you.
they kicked you off the show.
The internet
They said I
kicked
got
off.
kicked off this joint. I can't rap about it no more.
It's
people
crazy.
People don't know. You see, both of us had different opinions, and I think it's dope that because I always feel like two things can be true at the same time.
Right.
Right. You felt one way, I felt another way.
Right.
You went to the party, but you had already had a conversation with Capo. Talk about that.
Yeah, I feel like I never was around him, Max.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but we had our own relationship through who we know or whatever. And me being around Jim as long as I've been around Jim,
Mm-hmm.
and Jim being around my moms and my kids, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta holler at Capo, like, yo, bro, how you feel about that? Because I got invited directly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna definitely have that convo with bro before I just pop up and he gotta hear about it. Like, that's just me.
No, it's definitely honor in that, brother. And I think, like I was saying, like me and Fad was talking earlier, as individual men, we don't always have to have the same opinion.
Right.
Right. I felt like because of the relationship I didn't built with Capo over the last 5 or 6 years, that I just felt like it wasn't in me to go stand next to anybody he had an issue with or whatever, because the relationship is strong here. It's past professionalism, right? We got a personal relationship. I feel like as a friend, the word friend people throw around, brother, everybody, yo, Fad, my brother, this nigga, my brother,
Bro.
yo, bro, it's my brother, that's my friend. But the thing is, I feel like everybody's your brother till it's time to do brother shit, right? When you got a friend, the word friend, that comes with responsibilities.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? As a friend, it's certain things I'm gonna do. As your friend, you should be able to trust me around your wife.
Right.
Right? You should be able to trust me around money.
Right.
If you took a fall, I should be able to be there for you, right? No matter what it is, right? And the way I look at life, I just felt like, and it was no disrespect to, Max or anybody, because me and him got a relationship too, but I just wanted to make it clear where I stood as a man. Those are my principles, not nobody else. So I think it's dope that we could be able to have that conversation, right?
Man, this whole Jim Jones, Dave East, and Max B situation just hit a real turning point, and the whole scene been watching it unfold like some high-stakes chess match. The tension right now feels heavy, like everybody's waiting for someone to make the next move. For years, people been whispering that a lot of these rappers ain't tight the way they make it look online, and most of the so-called friendships only pop up when there's a club night or a quick studio link. But when it comes to real loyalty and real solid brotherhood, the list gets extremely small, and that's what makes this moment hit different. Jim Jones played this whole timing like a strategist, dropping a brand new podcast right when the conversations were heating up. That move was smart, calculated, and lined up perfectly with the way social media been spinning everything lately. And the wildest part is, Jim hasn't said a single direct word about Max B since Max came home. Not one comment, nothing. But here's where the vibe gets spicy. His co-host Mayo and Dave East both been around Max B or people close to him, and they know exactly how to turn that energy into big podcast moments. Most hosts stay far away from certain topics when the streets are buzzing, but when you have a co-host like Mayo sitting right next to you, nothing stays off limits. On this new episode of Let's Rap About It, Mayo wastes zero time and jumps right into the hot topics. He starts pressing Dave East about showing up to Max B's dinner, and the tension in the studio gets real fast. You could feel everybody sit up a little straighter during that moment. And then we finally get Fab's angle on the whole Max B and Jim Jones situation, something fans have been waiting on for years. Fab always keeps his energy smooth, and his perspective added a whole new layer to everything going on. Now let's be honest about one thing. Jim Jones deserves credit right now. With Max B finally home, Jim isn't throwing little shots online, he isn't dropping subliminal messages on his podcast, and he's not stopping anyone in his circle from showing respect to Max. That's a big shift from the vibe 10 or 15 years ago, when things were heated and a lot more unpredictable. Right now, Jim is focused on his business and keeping whatever feelings he has
right here, because I felt like niggas was thinking it was something else.
Nah, I feel like with me it's like, and I agree with you 1,010%. I love this nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not into trying to figure out what niggas is going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Capo know how I feel about him. He knew me since I was 18, 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't nothing brand new. This ain't let me go over there for the cloud or for the cameras. Nah. I've been in contact with Max.
Right.
From jail. You know what I'm saying? He's on the album, Yo East. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it was a man thing. Let me holler at Jim. How you feel about that, bro?
No, that's honorable.
He could have easily been like, yo, bro.
100%.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had our own one on. You get what I'm saying? So I felt like I'm not gonna be put in a space where I'm leaning on no side. You get what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with Boy, I fuck with Capo. Like, I'm not picking a side. Like, that ain't me.
That's respectable. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's no wrong answer, because everybody got their own perspective on things,
right?
And how they view based on they own experiences and stuff like that. I've been in situations where you had to declare your side,
right?
So my whole life,
me too.
My whole life I've been this way. It's not about whether it was Jim, it's anybody that I got that type of love and respect for.
Right. I
feel that way, the same way, because I don't want it to ever be no misunderstanding.
Right.
You want to know exactly where I stand, because you prove who you are through actions,
right?
Not just talk.
Not talking.
Everybody talking. All these niggas is talking. I'm like, nah. We got to go a little bit deeper than that. So I just think that it's cool, man. What you think, Spiz?
I think we spoke earlier, and even a couple weeks back, I was talking about the strength of relationships, and I think we here on this, besides the podcast, we built, you know what I'm saying, a brotherhood between us,
right?
And so I think that's like solid, just to even check in and see if that's, you know what I mean, something that will bother you, or you know what I mean. That's what, instead of just going and just try to figure it out later. I also think that we could look at it from our perspectives individually outside of Capo, but at the same time, this is really his experience. You know what I'm saying? This is something he went through, and you can't tell a man how to feel about something that he went through and we didn't go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't really understand the principle until it's done to them. You know what I'm saying? So like, when it happened to them, then they could get it.
It changed.
When it's something outside, it's easy to tell somebody, yeah, let that shit go, or you know what I'm saying?
That's not your call.
Right. So whenever he do let it go, if he do or not, you know what I'm saying? We in support of course, of letting shit go and moving forward. But at the same time, it's going to take everybody's time on their timing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about the internet or
that ain't no
our
group thing, man.
No, that's not.
Really
that's
how you feel in your own.
No matter how you feel, I feel like I want us, New York as a whole, to be unified. I can't wait till we all in a room together, right? Because we all got our own relationships, and I don't think niggas give us the credit for actually starting to come together and band together and having unity in New York. Everybody was running around screaming about New York don't have unity, right? And we all came together, and we all individual artists, individual fathers, individual niggas, and we learn how to have brotherhood and still balance our individual craft. So I can't wait to the day that we all, you know what I'm saying, it's like we New York, period.
Right.
You know? But everything is gonna happen in its time.
Facts.
You know?
Tucked inside, and that's real grown man energy. That's why it actually feels possible that within the next year or two, we might see Jim Jones and Max B sitting together on a podcast, talking things out for the first time in forever. If you really listen to what Mayo was saying, he wants New York to move as one. No division, no weird energy, just unity across the city. And he's pushing that message loud and bold every chance he gets. But here's where things really turn up. After Mayo checked Dave East about pulling up to Max B's dinner, the whole room shifted, and the vibe got thick enough to cut. But Dave didn't back down one bit. He stood on what he said, explaining that he wants peace in the city and wasn't moving with any bad intentions. You could tell he showed up to that dinner out of respect, not drama, and he wasn't trying to hide anything. Then Fab jumped in with that relaxed tone he always carries, dropping his thoughts on the long history between Max B and Jim Jones, and it added a cool balance to all the tension in the room. Fab wasn't taking sides, but he made it clear he wants real grown man conversations, not old street grudges dragging on for another decade. Hearing him speak on it added weight, because when Fab talks, people listen, and the whole room felt the shift instantly. What made it even heavier was how the entire panel kept circling back to one big message. New York looks stronger when everybody's locked in together, not moving in separate corners. That unity talk hit different because you could tell these weren't just random opinions. These were people who lived through years of tension and understood what the city could look like if everyone simply moved as one. That's exactly why this episode wasn't basic gossip. It was a real look at how much these legendary names have grown and how close the culture might be to witnessing a major reunion. But the energy took an even sharper turn when Milo explained why he wasn't scared to speak on Max B at all. He sat there confident, straight-faced, and basically said he's not holding on to old issues when everybody involved is older and wiser now. You could tell every word he said came from a real place, and the room went quiet for a second because honesty like that hits hard on camera. Then Dave East opened up about something that's been following him for years, people online trying to drag him into tension he never asked for. He laid it out plain. He's cool with Jim, he respects Max, and he's not letting the internet twist things into fake sides or fake drama. That moment said a lot about Dave's character because most artists wouldn't even touch a situation this layered on camera. Then, the panel locked into one major point that kept coming up. New York needs progress, not more distractions. They made it clear there's too much talent and too many opportunities in the city for grown adults to stay stuck in storylines from over 10 years ago. It felt like everyone in that room was trying to move the culture forward, even while the streets keep watching every single move like it's a scoreboard. And right when things felt like they were calming down, Mayo dropped another heavy point that shook the whole table. He said, "A lot of people only see the headlines." Then he broke down how most fans never understand the real history behind these situations. He reminded everyone that what went down between Jim Jones and Max B was serious grown man business, not some quick back and forth for social media. As soon as he said that, you could feel the whole room shift again because it showed just how long these things have been sitting under the surface. Dave East jumped in to talk about how the younger generation sees everything differently now. He said most fans today want music, unity, and solid energy from New York, not old stories being recycled every few months. Hearing Dave break down that shift made it clear how much the culture changed since the early 2000s. Then Fab slid in with another clean truth, saying nobody wins when the city is split up. He highlighted how powerful New York could be if these legendary names actually stood side by side again instead of staying on opposite sides forever. That moment had the entire room thinking, because the idea of Max B, Jim Jones, and the whole city moving as one would shake the whole game. And the way Fab said it made it obvious he already knows whatever talks he's had with Jim and whoever else aren't on hostile timing anymore. It really feels like all they need now is to sit down face to face and finally talk it out like real grown men, because the energy is nowhere near what it used to be, and you can tell things are way closer to peace than most people imagine. This whole situation shows there's a real chance for a fresh start if the timing lines up right. Now, jump in the comments and let me know how you feel they handled that whole conversation, because this one had layers and everybody brought something different to the table. And tell me what you think it's going to take for us to see Max B and Jim Jones in the same room again, because that moment would shake the entire city in the best way. Before you dip, make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment, share this video, and subscribe to DripDish to keep the wave going strong. See you in the next one.